Welcome to another episode of Crossmesh in Chat with me. This week I have an awesome guest, a really cool guest, a guy who does more for the Crossmaster community than you will ever do. Well, that's not true, but he does a lot of things, really, really awesome things. I got an awesome guest, Steve Fox.
Hello everybody, thank you for having me here.
Of course. I'm glad I can have you. It's always a treat whenever I can have someone from across the pond. So, if you don't know Steve does this awesome blog called Double Critical, which, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you of course know who Steve is, because, well, it's a fairly small, tight community across the Master world. But he does a great blog, yeah. So yeah. What? Say a little bit about yourself, Steve.
Oh, thank you. I started playing Crossmaster like in 2013 when I bought the game in a big fair in Germany, and as you already said, the community is very small. Back then it was even smaller, and I decided to start the blog because there were like nothing in the internet. Except for the awesome French blog, the Big Bad Forum, which I recommend everyone who can understand French or is willing to do some Google Translator work. But there was like nothing, and so I started the blog, and turns out to be very popular, even outside of Germany. So I swapped the language to English to be more international.
That's awesome. Did you, when you started it, did you have anyone else that you worked with, or is it just you, or like how does that work with you doing the Double Critical blog?
Okay, as far as the blog is concerned, I'm doing it on my own, so it's more or less a one-person job, just me. And before the German Nationals 2014, we were a handful of tournament players, like traveling around Germany, visiting as much tournaments as possible, and then we decided to found Team Double Critical to like train together and attend to nationals together. And since then we're Team Double Critical. We're like 5 persons, and then later on, after nationals 2014, we decided to do something for the competitive scene, and we started tournament hostings. And soon we'll have our 8th tournament.
Wow. How many people would you say show up to these tournaments?
No, it's normally at least 30, up to 45, with us 5 not attending. So I think we could be like 50.
Wow.
If it's good.
And it's a good day whenever I have 12 people show up to one of my tournaments here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, it's you have to see that the other tournaments in Germany are way smaller. They are more like 8 people or something, or less. So I think we got a very good reputation because our thoughts were, let's do huge prize pools that we can attract a lot of players attending to our tournaments. And since then we kept this behavior, so our prize pools are normally very large compared to the normal OP prizes, so people are willing to travel to our tournaments, and we have a schedule that we'll host tournaments like every 2 months to keep people to not overdo it. So every 2 months everybody can do it, I think. We posted like 1 month in before at least. So I think it works out, and people love the tournament. They're glad about the organization. So we have a good reputation in Germany.
That's wonderful. I know you talk to Jay a lot, more periodically. Jay Adkins up in Toledo. He has tomorrow, which I'll be posting this today, so it will actually be tomorrow. He has the big Great Lakes Challenge, which is he's trying to he's trying to model a lot of the tournament and a lot of the focus on bringing in players and the time frame to be a lot more like Double Critical. So I really appreciate, like personally, just because I'm going to compete and I'm going to have fun, and it's great to have people come from all over the Midwest to play. Like he modeled that after that sort of like Double Critical tournaments that you run. So it's so personally, thank you for doing that.
You're welcome, but it's a team result, so everybody on our team is responsible for something, like organizing prizes, doing sheets, doing graphics. So it's a team thing, and I met Jay last year on Worlds, and we have a chat every now and then where I described how we do our tournaments and attract players, and I hope for the US community that it'll work out.
Yeah, me too. I do know it's an awkward transition period right now with switching over from Japanime to Cool Mini or not, but I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful for the future of it, for sure. So outside of Double Critical, what kind of what does the competitive play scene kind of look like in Germany? Is it like you said, it was a lot of small, like you said, other small tournaments, but are there any other big communities besides Double Critical, or are you guys kind of just like the head of what it is to like be playing competitively in Germany?
There's another group of players southern of Germany. They are like 17 persons, and that's the second biggest community, I guess. I don't know if they play that frequently or just in before nationals. So normally we are the biggest force to reckon with, but there are some smaller hotspots in Germany. But the tournament scene is not that big. It has many reasons. For example, many stores can't see their benefit in doing, for example, constructed tournaments, because everybody got their figurines, like all the Crossmasters they need, and nobody wants to play like sealed if it's not brand new season 4 or something. So Crossmaster tournaments take a lot of space for the shops. If you host them with like 30 people, it's like a very big room full of players, and nobody will buy anything. If you host them, though, you don't have a benefit. That's a problem, I think, for the tournaments.
So it's not like for the German players, do they have like them, for the most part they just play Crossmaster whenever they come and play these, and they don't really do they like, I know that a lot of people who come to the game store, and mind you, it's just a small tournament, like the most we'll have is like I think 12, maybe 13 people at this small store that I run tournaments at. But a lot of times he's the store owner basically has this attitude of, well, at least get them in the store, and if we're not going to be doing Crossmaster stuff, that's okay as far as like selling it, but they might want to buy some other stuff. So do you think that, like, as far as if you're going to give a message to the store owners about whether they would buy other stuff or not, do you think that it's more so Crossmaster players just want to buy Crossmaster, or do you think they'll buy other stuff too?
It depends. For me, I run a small business, so I don't count, I think. So I think most players, they focus on Crossmaster. Maybe some of them play Magic or so, but if they play Magic, they'll attend to Friday Night Magic or whatever tournament, like release tournaments or something. But they don't go to a Crossmaster tournament and say, hey, let's buy this booster of Warhammer figures or 2 boosters of Magic or something. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's a tough one, but at least you have the space, like you have an ability to run those tournaments, even though you don't have necessarily the connection with a game store. So that's good.
Yeah, we run them in a bar. in a games bar. So we have a huge room, and the barkeeper, he's a good guy, and he has very fair prices. So it's awesome. It's always on Sunday, and you will have a good things to eat, like a lot of burgers, all handmade in the kitchen or something, fresh beer, whatever. So, we are not in a game store, so we play in a bar.
That's perfect. I'm actually in a week from tomorrow, and I know it's a little conflicting with the Great Lakes Challenge, but it's, for the most part, the people who are coming to the Great Lakes Challenge can come to the Great Lakes Challenge, and it's not going to pull away from that at all. But because I live 2.5 hours from, as far as a drive from Jay, where Jay lives.
Okay.
So I'm really close. But a week from this Sunday, I'm actually doing a pizza shop takeover, where it's a pizza shop / bar, and we're going to be having a tournament there. And I think we should have around, like, I want to say 12 to maybe 15 people.
I saw this. You invited me.
Well, I was hoping you could make it.
Yeah, unfortunately not. I'm on a wedding this weekend. That's my only excuse. So.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's still, you're gonna still have fun though. I do hope to one day, like, try to go over to Europe and check out the competitive play scene and have fun and hang out with people that you see on the internet, but don't get to see in real life.
Yeah, it could be awesome. I think Europe is worth a trip. It's different to the US, and if you ever make it to Germany, just give me a call, drop me a message or something, and I'll be your host.
Oh, thank you. We'll see where Worlds is, because since I got third place, I'll be at Worlds this year.
Then we'll meet there.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess they're in Italy, in Milan.
In Milan?
Yeah.
That's the rumor? Or is it...
That's the rumor. Nothing set in stone yet, as far as I know. But the rumor tells me that it's hosted by Ganos in Italy, Milan.
That's wonderful. Ganos does a lot of good things for Crossmaster, I think.
Yes, they are a very small company. I think it's like 3 persons, or maybe they crew. But it's a very small family business. I met the guy and his family years ago, and on every big affair in Germany, and they are very friendly, and I think they do an awesome job in Italy. But I would say Italy is the biggest scene, Crossmaster scene in Europe, even bigger than French and Spanish. But they suffer due to the production schedules. I always get the AVA data, the tournament data you have to send to Ankama with every tournament, and I did some analysis on all this data, and the tournaments were in Italy in 2014 were like 2,500, and it dropped to less than half of that amount. And I think that's due to season 3 being mediocre at best. Then you have the long waiting time with Dual Pack 3. Then you have the waiting with the second part of season 3 or season 4, whatever you will call it, etc. So there was nothing to keep players motivated.
Yeah, I mean that is. And it's a different thing in the United States. It's a little bit of that, but it's more than anything. I feel like I don't know what. I mean, as a competitive player, it's not really that game changing, but at the same time, I really think that the delay in Quest and the delay in Dual Pack 3, and the fact that people pre-ordered the Pilot map pack, and now they still don't have it here. All that stuff. It's kind of a similar story. Where
it's frustrating, yeah.
It's good. I think that the community is still strong, and I think that people are still willing to wait it out and everything. But the people who are kind of half in, half out, or want to play but not that serious, it's hard to keep them interested with a schedule like that. But maybe I think that the future is wonderful because it has potential.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to the OVA pack. This is going to be awesome. Season 4 also has very, very neat figures.
Yeah.
And also playable figures. Not only good looking, but some of them are, I think, very good in competitive play. Like 3 or 4 of Crossmaster 2.0.
Yeah.
Strong. So it will really shake up the meta. And there will a lot of new teams appear in the competitive scene, so things will get better in the future, I guess.
Oh yeah. So speaking of the competitive future, as far as competitive play, what do you think about this new point system? As far as for players having you have to have a specific amount of points for it to.
Yeah, I'm still undecided whether to think it's good or bad thing. The good thing is you will have like 48 players at Worlds. I really like it because the tournament gets way bigger. On the other hand, you guys in the US, you really got a problem, I think, due to only 5 QTs. If it works out as planned, for the whole US, I think is problematic. Also that it will be held most likely on conventions. I stated that in the TOEFL Alliance group, that I'm not a big fan on holding such important tournaments on a convention. That's not a tournament place. That's more like attracting players and merchandising, advertising the game. And to collect points, you have to travel a lot in the US. It's easier in Europe. For example, if I go to my car and drive like 4 to 7 hours, I'm in Italy, I'm in France, I'm in Belgium, and I will at least collect 1 point every time, even if I get last place. So I think tournament travel is a handicap for the US. I think not a single guy will attend to a European QT from you. So,
which is sad, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, player counts are also one thing. It could be an advantage to play in Germany over playing in France or in Italy, because you have way less player base in Germany, so there are not as much players they're trying to get those points. Yeah, and you will more likely collect more points. The good thing is, I think that the top 4 from the nationals will still participate in the top 48 players in Worlds.
Really?
I think it will work out.
So
but
I
think we have to wait for the first data.
Okay. So you're thinking that well, do you think based on points, or do you think that they'll still let the top 4, but this will open it up for people from other countries?
I think the top 4 players in nationals, they most likely will attend to QTs and will at least get out some points there. The winner from nationals will get like 40 points, second place 20. I think they're secure in top 48, more likely, and third and fourth place still get 10 points. If you add up some points from the QTs, it should be enough, I think.
I think I have 19 points. What? I forget. I think you told me. I don't know.
You have 19 tournament attendances or something.
I
I have to check. I don't have the data here right now.
I know it was well, I got third place at nationals, and then I got like, I want to say, 6th place or 7th place at regionals. So it was
Yeah, then you would like have third place is 10 points. If you consider the other one a QT, it would be 15 points already.
wow. Sweet.
So you would be in, I guess, with 15 points.
So I would be into the into Worlds.
Worlds 2017. Yeah, if you place like third place on your nationals this year and 6th place in a QT, it's 13 points.
That's
a lot.
That's good. So maybe I'll try to travel for multiple different QTs.
Yeah, that's what we as Team Double Critical are planning. We want to attend to QTs from Belgium, also like to some on the northern area of France, just to get some points to be into the top 48 players. Even if you just attend, it's 1 point and a day of Crossmaster, so it's okay, I guess.
That's not too bad. But the only worry I have is that if they only consider qualifying tournaments if they have 32 players or more, like you have.
Yeah, that's problematic. I think in Switzerland or Austria.
Belgium?
Or most likely no, Belgium is okay. Belgium is fine.
Really?
They will get their 32 players. I'm pretty sure. If you join the team group from Uju, the world champion, he posts team lists from Belgium like every week, and they got like 24 players sometimes, and that's not a QT. I would say on a QT there would be some players from France joining the QT, etc. So I'm not in a worry that they get 32 players.
That's good.
But I don't know for Germany, to be honest.
I hope for the United States, as far as with running these QTs and trying to get a good set of players. I hope they can I hope that we have a showing from Canada and maybe some other countries in the area, since you're allowed to compete in those QTs now.
Yes, that's a good thing, I think, because if Germany won't get a single QT, for example, with 32 people, you would have like 2 people attending, maybe 3 from nationals, and that's it.
See, but then again, what happens, for instance, say if the same 32 people go to every single qualifying tournament, and then you have like the top 8 people getting a lot of points over and over again, and then they go to nationals, and then they get even more points. Do you think that is going to potentially, since it has to be top 48, do you think that's potentially going to kick out people who don't have qualifying tournaments and just have nationals? Like, for instance, like say if you got 10 points, or how many points do you get for first place?
On nationals or on QT?
For
nationals it's 40.
40. Oh, then you definitely be in with first place.
Yes,
But
second place is 20. It's 20, still 20 points.
And there's a chance that you couldn't get in with second place, but I don't think that Crossmaster is big enough yet.
I think second place is still safe.
Okay.
I think so.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and I also think that players who achieve to be in the top 4 players on nationals, they will play QTs and get at least 1 point there. So I think players who don't attend to QTs won't get to top 4.
they don't attend 2 qualifying tournaments.
Yeah, if you are not doing QTs, then I think you're not that competitive, and you won't achieve top 4 in nationals. That's what I think. So I think the top 4 nationals will at least play 1 QT.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky this year because one of the QTs is in my hometown, so I live like a 10-minute drive.
Okay,
so
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really lucky. And then I live only 2.5 hours from nationals. Like driving.
Yeah, for me it's like 7 hours.
I think I'm the luckiest person as far as who wants to play competitive Crossmaster in the United States.
Yeah, but therefore we do the double critical tournaments in our area, so this is a plus point for me then.
Yeah. Well,
compared to the nationals in Germany.
Will you get the points for? Do you get points for double critical if you have 32 people or more?
As I am the official community manager for Germany, I could announce this with Pegasus, that the double critical tournament would count, for example, as the Midwest QT in Germany, and it would be an official QT. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We will do a tournament in end of May on a convention. And Pegasus already asked if we would do it as an QT, but as stated in the TOEFL lines, I refused that because I don't think that a convention is a place for a QT. And there are also some players who would like to enjoy the convention and don't play a full day of Crossmaster on the convention.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I also usually, at least this last year, I would spend for the QT. I spent all day, like multiple days, doing demos and running beginner tournaments for with Japanime Games, and then I just jumped in to play for. Like then I was like, oh well, then I basically went away from helping and just to play in the regionals.
As you just speak about beginner tournaments, we do like 2 times in a year some kind of fun tournament. We established it last year. We do a level 3 promo tournament. And the format is like this: you bring a 9-point team to the tournament, and then we'll have a big bag full of level 3 promo figures, and you will blind pick one of those, and you'll have to play with it. And for our next tournament, we'll have 2 samurai in the back, 3 Terminator Gold, 5 of the new Joris, 5 Shopkeeper, and several T1, T2 Terminators, and Autobahn, etc.
Oh wow!
So, and the tournament is like $20 as entry fee, and you get a big prize pool. So, I would say if you pick a Samurai or Terminator Gold, you're good out of it. And even Joris and Shopkeeper are more worth than $20.
Definitely. Well, I love Joris Master is probably my favorite of the season 3 promos.
Yeah, I love the Shopkeeper.
I believe it.
But he looks so weird. So.
Yeah.
But from his stats, he's a cool guy, but he looks weird.
I'm actually, so what I'm going to do is, and I know you can't see my screen, so you can't tell what I'm doing, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and switch, because I just have literally just kind of like the Crossmaster online screen as what I'm showing. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up the Double Critical site to go ahead and show the OVA pack. as far as the non-colored OVA pack that you shared. Just so we can talk about that, and then I also want to talk about basically your favorite teams, since we're kind of moving towards the awesome screams that you, or awesome teams that you play with.
Okay, fine. I just opened the block entry myself with the overpack.
So we have on this post, we have first off, you have Percidal, and as the Yelp God, and the crazy strong Ogress. I love these figures. They just look so awesome.
Yeah, they do. I'm really looking forward to the God Pack, or whatever it's called. But I don't think it'll come this year.
No. But if we don't have Dual Pack 3... that was one response is, why are they talking about the upcoming release of Dual Pack 4 when we don't even have Dual Pack 3 yet?
Yeah, I think they had a production schedule, and Dual Pack 3 was meant to be released like last year.
Yeah.
Like end of last year. I pre-ordered like 25 packs of it from Miniature Market from the US, because they had an awesome deal, like $6 a pack or something.
Yeah. Something where they had a sale going on there.
Yeah, they had a sale, and I ordered like 25 packs, and it got delayed so much. But I think that is due to the change. The plant producing those figures was in Vietnam, whatever it is in English, and they moved it to China. That's one issue. What I heard of, and another is that one of the designer guys, Jerome, he left the company.
Yeah.
And I think I hear that there are some minor problems with like licenses, and those two things are the reason for the delay.
I mean, that's business.
Yeah, business is China.
There's not much you can help with that.
So what I'm trying to say is maybe Dual Pack 4 will arrive short after 3, when they start production in China already. They don't have to move things from Vietnam to China. They don't have the license issue with whatever rights are there with Jerome or whatever. So maybe it's this year with the Overpack or Dual Pack 4.
I'm sure lots of people will stroke of luck over and over again.
Yeah.
If they get it soon. So then on to the OVA pack, we have the first one. We have let's see here.
It's Ash?
Ush, yes, Ush, and then Yugo.
Yes.
And then
Masquerade,
and then what's the last one's name? I always forget the last.
Etcham?
Yeah, Etcham. Which the OVA series is wonderful.
I haven't seen it, to be honest.
Oh, that's okay. A lot of people, if they play the game...
Is it available in English?
Yeah, it is. I have...
Okay.
It came with the... They did a Kickstarter for the English version of Season 1 and 2 of Wakfu. They did it for
I saw
OVA.
that.
And they also did it for a bunch of mini episodes, as well as the alternate version of the alternate story of Nox.
Okay, I see. Then I have to check where I can stream it.
Oh, it's really wonderful.
They are pretty cool to play, I think.
Oh yeah.
some things about it, and I'm really, really looking forward to Overset.
Well, and what I really love about this one, and now I'm looking at the next one with Grampy, Remington, Joris, and Percival. What I especially love with this is that they're bringing back the original two from Uncommon Convention number 6, Remington and Masquemade.
Yeah. They're the green-based ones. Yeah.
I was able to find them from someone in France.
Yeah, he's right now they are on sale again on eBay. So if you are a collector and you hear that, at the moment you can get them for like $100 on eBay.
What?
I think it's like it's like the 5th auction, and they are getting cheaper. I don't think they will fall below the €100 mark, but at the moment you can get them a single one. I think it's Masquemade for like $100
Wow.
on eBay.
I'm not gonna talk about how much money I spent.
Yeah, I would say like double the amount.
Not for both of them, but it definitely was more than 100 a person.
Yeah, I'm not a collector. I only collect playables or real Crossmaster figures. They are a little bit bigger, I think, in size than the regular Crossmasters. So I don't collect those. Otherwise, I would have bought the Masquemade and the Remington.
So I went ahead and pulled up the sheet for your competitive play teams.
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about these teams. I have those 3 ones. I have Julius Storm, Bakara and Divert, and Chuck. Is it Chuck Swarm?
Yeah, it's Chuck's Swarm team from the Private Island expansion. So I think the first team, it's with Julius. I think Julius is overpowered or missing the boss flag.
Yes.
She's insanely strong, and you will easily reach the 40 initiative. This team is like the second place team from German Nationals, which my teammate Mark, online named Alale played. He had the Emma Sucker instead of Julius, and he had another core instead of Molor. This was because you have to be higher in initiative than a Black Crow. So, because if you are lower than Black Crow, then his power will cripple you. It's like losing 2 turns. If Black Crow starts his turn, and it's like your first turn, you can't do anything. You can't throw something, you can't really push, because of the minus AP debuff. So you had at least have to have a higher initiative. With Julius, you can exchange one Coagulia with Molor to get more range control, and I think 40 initiative is enough. And this team is super strong. Mark Dekalale, he also is playing this team online. And he has just lost a single match with it. So 1 loss yet, and it was like 3 o'clock in the night. Wow. So this team is ridiculously strong.
Yeah, it's which it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. So like as far as my one thing is the Demonic Awards. These
the new ones, or
the new ones? Yeah, these Crossmasters were designed for the new Demonic Awards. I feel like with them in mind, and so I think that bringing them into, they're so strong, and with the current Demonic Awards.
Yeah, but even then, if you compare the base game amounts or the vanilla game or whatever to the 2.0 rewards, you will see that the damage curve is lowered.
Yeah.
And Julius has such a high damage base damage rate that she don't cares about the reward or not. So I think even with 2.0 rewards, she's just super strong.
It's definitely, I mean, it's just like to the next level, I feel.
Yeah, she. I agree that she's designed with the new rewards. As you can see, that normally a level 4 character at least has like 2 attacks with 2 different elements, and with the new rewards, you will get like +1 air damage and +1 earth damage for melee attacks or something. Though she won't benefit as much as other Crossmasters will do from the new rewards. But still, her main target with her melee attack will get like 4 to 6 damage per round. So it's still strong. She don't really need rewards to be effective.
Part of me wonders, so with the rewards that alter the punch, the techniques,
yes.
Part of me wonders if those will kind of cater to her a little bit, specifically the ones where you can, I think there's one where you can pull someone in. What is it? Let's see here.
I have to check.
I'm checking now. I should have had this pull up. No, it was the immediately gaining. She immediately gains a movement point if she uses a punch. Potentially, if she got the Poing Du Wappen, which, yeah, that's just an opportunity. I was thinking that there was one that pulled her in, but I don't think there is. But
yeah, but imagine you're in melee combat and you bought her like 4 techniques already, then she can. Yeah, it's just an example. Yeah, it can happen. Yeah.
Oh.
You got 4 techniques on her, then she can 2 times do her Hoppercup or whatever it's pronounced in English, and she can also punch if you don't want to use the escapade. It's like insane.
It really is, but it's awesome. I love the more things that people cannot plan for, the better.
Yeah, I think you have to play in competitive scene. You have to play teams that are not easy to predict. I like to have like several moves, and they have to be like complicated. So if the other person on the other side of the table, if they can't see what you're going to do next, you are already a step closer to victory, because they most likely do a mistake or a misplay.
That's
because
what I
they don't see option X or something.
I really love that with the. I've been playing this Theo Joris Master, and I've been having a lot of fun with that because they can't. It's hard to plan for a Theo team sometimes.
Yes, but it's like playing against Malibu. You have to count the cells.
Yeah.
And if the enemy doesn't do this, it's most likely lost.
But I also see here, so you also have Bakara and Diver, which is if you gave Bill Tell steroids.
Yeah, it's Bakara is also very, very strong. I used to play Kitty Rage. She reminds me of Kitty Rage, but she can be buffed with Hinwa, and with the Diver combo you have 2 very, very strong damage dealers, and you have Fyrus and Fernsockham and the Coagulia to keep enemies at bay, and also the Shovel of Diver to do some movement modifications or whatever to get in a favored position. And I don't think that enemies can't just run forward to you, because they will get destroyed.
Yeah, it's true. The I think if you can really keep people from wanting to come. That's what. So my Gain and Chrissy team. That's kind of how it was designed. Is they had to basically get past a bunch of a blockade of harpoons in order to attack me, but they can't get to me because the minute you have to be really careful because you have Gain and then you have harpoons that will do damage, and then you have these other characters that can do a little bit too much damage to you to feel safe.
And you played it on the Private Island map?
Yes.
Yeah, which another advantage for the turret team.
Yeah, and not only the turret team, it also has its advantage for well, I did the Pirate Island map, and I also did it on the Fog map. I think
I see.
They both have advantage because people have to it doesn't benefit range people or long range attack people very much, but you can kind of position things in a way to kind of funnel and make it so people have a hard time.
Yeah, and if you see the Baccarat and Diver team, it's a bit like Uju's World Championship team. If you exchange Baccarat with Get Out of Here.
Yeah. Which I love that team.
Yeah, the reason it's so strong is they can both be buffed with Enoir and do tons of damage.
It's really just having Henyo with Diver is more than enough. Then you have Get, which means that the extra mobility and lots of damage. It's just the combinations are really great.
Yes, and same here is Baccarat. Yeah, it's very strong 2.0 Crossmaster. Nothing to say.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I do. The material that the figures are made out of is a little spongier or like squishier. I think it feels different.
I don't like the new look, to be honest. It's more like a child toy now.
Yeah.
But I will have a friend repaint them, so I think it's okay.
I actually have a guy who the guy who does the dwarf painting in France.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a version of a Crossmaster for me.
Okay.
Like literally, he's gonna take a Terminatot, and since I have a beard, I was like,
yeah, same here.
we could have he's gonna do the tattoos on my arms and make myself an own personal one. But I was also thinking about potentially getting some other custom work done by him.
That's cool.
Because it's I like when people are too talented.
Yeah.
People are so talented, but having those the custom paint job figures is kind of fun.
Yeah, the friend of mine who does the paint jobs, he's always painting my national team in before the nationals, so I always gave him the figures I'm going to play, and then he'll paint them. I think in the blog you'll find my nationals 2014, for example, team somewhere. Let's see, maybe I can. Yeah, I got it. I will send it to it. I just posted the link in the Skype.
Just opening.
You have to scroll down a bit.
Okay. I'm still thinking my computer has trouble with running everything.
Okay, I see. But meanwhile, I could explain the third team choice.
Yeah.
It's a team which we had a lot of brainstorming about, and I'm at the moment preparing Tactical Series episode 4 about that team, because it got some sweet synergies with Chuck. It's based around getting your own Crossmasters wounded. So, for example, if you do the lottery with Quentin Flash,
Yeah.
every time you don't succeed, he'll get a wound. So he plays Head and Tails 3 times, you can buff your Chuck by 3 AP. If it works out. If Poo-chan throws a character, he gets an AP. If he heals himself with Fern Sokken's Block Doll, he will heal himself and he'll get AP. So very often your Chuck will run around with like 16 AP.
Yeah.
And that's fun and strong.
It's crazy. There's a lot of damage, but actually, speaking of Mikey Anderson earlier, who you got the samurai from, he really loved this idea of just doing lots and lots of damage to himself, like doing a lot of damage to yourselves in order to make that happen.
The thing is, this team works better in offline play on the real board game.
Yeah.
Because you can't target empty cells with Quentin Flash in the online version.
Really? Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
you also can't. If I checked this out because I tried this team. Basically, instead of having Fern Sokkem, I had a Koa, and
that don't work. That's because in the rules it's stated that if you pay the 1 wound at the casting cost, then it won't trigger a wound. It's not suffering a wound, it's paying casting costs.
Okay.
That's in the comprehensive rules.
Good thing I did not target. I did not target the empty square to do that.
Yeah, you can do that, but you can't do lottery on an empty square.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, because I think it's because online normally you won't have any benefit on doing this, so they don't allow it online. I don't know why. It's like you want to kill your own whatever Steamy Wonder turret, and the damn computer always chooses a shield.
Yeah.
If you got Rufus, for example, and you just want to get rid of the turret to get a new one, but you can't because you can't select the die.
Well, and it does the same thing automatically if you, like for instance, if you try to, if you're pushing with Jav, and you do damage, or if you roll like a Dofus, it will automatically pick a critical.
On push?
Yeah, it did that the other day.
Okay, because in the old version, I have to admit that I don't like the new version, and I just played like 3 games since the new 3D version is out. In the old version, if you push your own person, then he will always choose to not hurt yourself.
Really? I wonder.
Yeah.
Maybe they, mind you, maybe they changed that since maybe they heard someone else complaining like I do, and they changed it because I haven't been online playing as much, so that may have a huge portion to do with it.
I think maybe it's an issue with Jeff. I played Lucky Luke, and I pushed, and he didn't choose critical, but I have to check this.
Although I do wish that they would show all of the different dice for every single attack. Or
yeah, and let you shoot the dice like it's in the board game.
Yeah.
Because it's important. Every now and then it's important to choose a game.
Well, for instance, like whenever I'm playing with Kivin and I want to not roll critical with a different character, so Kivin can come through and get the extra GG.
Or if you want to kill your own Kivin.
Yeah, so they don't gain an extra GG.
Yes, for example.
Which is never fun, but at the same time is necessary.
It is, but if Kivin already killed one, it's okay. Then you have made the better trade.
Yeah, that's true. Because you still have 1 point that you did not have.
So
good.
Yeah, these are my 3 favorite teams at the moment. I would say.
Those are 3 solid teams. My favorite team. Oh, go ahead.
I prefer to play Queen of Thieves. She's my favorite crossmaster, but at the moment just not strong enough, I think.
Yeah, I get that. Queen of Thieves. I love the idea of running Queen of the Thieves with Granby Shopkeeper.
Yeah.
That's been kind of fun. Or even using the king, what's his name? From the
Nidus?
Nidus, yeah.
He's so bad. He's so bad.
He is, but I want him to be good.
Yeah, I tried him in several fun teams. I tried him with Henual, etc. He's so bad. And you can't just make him work.
I can't. If I can have a level 2 character that does more damage than him.
Yes, easy.
I want him to be good.
I want Ankama to remove the boss tag from Queen of Thieves, then I would play him all day long.
I think that would be nice, especially since they were kind of what they did with the. I don't know if they will though. I don't know if they will remove it.
They will never do it because she's a boss in the Wakfu or Dofus game. At least I was told. So I think they'll forever keep her as a boss.
But is Gultard a boss in the game?
I don't play Dofus or Wakfu. I don't know.
It's a question for some other one because I also don't play it, or I just started playing Dofus, and I played it one day and I've been too busy.
I'll just check the Dofus wiki or whatever. Gultard.
Because part of me, so like for instance, Gultard and Qatar, like those are, as far as in the storyline in the TV show, they're bosses. So, it's interesting. That's actually what's really interesting is, do you know the story of how Gultard the Barbarian came about?
Being possessed?
Yeah, but do you know by who?
What was it? A friend of mine told me. I have to think about it.
It was the same Shushu as Qatar.
Ah, okay.
Like that's basically Qatar, the Shushu, was trying to find a stronger person to transfer to, and then the demon found Gultard, and it's a very sad thing that was never released by Ankama because it's very brutal and very, very violent because Qatar kills Gultard's wife and child.
His family, yeah, I heard that.
I think it's a pretty cool storyline, but sad.
I have to find the movie. Also the over 6. I have something to do for the weekend now.
Well, it was really great having you on the show, Steve. Again, thank you so much for coming on and for everything you do in the community.
Thank you for having me here.
Definitely. Do you have any last words for the listeners out there?
Just keep on cross-mastering. Don't lose faith in Nankama and Full Money or Not. Yeah, and just keep on playing. Check my blog and YouTube channel. Subscribe.
And I'll be sure to include links to your blog and your YouTube channel so that people can check that out, and also post the picture of your 3 favorite teams so people can see them if they're listening to the podcast when they go to check it out on SoundCloud. Well, sweet, Steve. Well, again, thank you so much. And as far as for the rest of the viewers out there or listeners, appreciate you guys listening, and again, keep posted and keep checking it out, subscribe, and keep listening, and we'll definitely have an awesome year with some new competitive play, and I'll catch you guys on the Tofu Alliance.
Okay, see you all.